All right, cryptocurrencies have been rocked this week as one of the largest exchanges in the world was on the verge of collapse, was supposed to be rescued by the largest, and that deal fell apart, which is leading itself to questions about what is going to happen to FTX, especially when you consider the face of FTX was the front man for the whole industry in front of regulators in the U.S. to finally bring them on side. He was viewed, Sam Bankman-Fried, as somebody that the industry could count on and not one of those cowboys running around in the space. And clearly that image has been shattered. I want to bring in Michael Rabkin, who's the head of institutional sales at DV Chain, which is one of the biggest liquidity providers in this country for cryptocurrencies. Michael, thanks so much for being with us. Maybe just at a very high level, as you watch all of this unfold, people are calling it, kind of a Lehman-style moment for crypto, that we can have a failure at this size and scale. Do you think that's accurate?
To a degree, I think it is. And thank you for having me on today, Amber. It's almost an unimaginable event that FTX was insolvent, and now there's a fear of contagion in the market. Really, the way to think about it is it's important to verify really the expertise of your service providers, and communication is paramount. What happened really only proves that, we must verify instead of trusting. And so if you think about it, why didn't we as an industry look closer into the FTX Alameda wallet movements before it became too late? And, from our perspective, it's infuriating, right? That centralized firms and horrible decisions have roiled the markets. It's not really crypto that's failing. It's these centralized exchanges that make horrible decisions that are failing.
And let's talk about that, because we talk about them as exchanges, but they also do something that is more akin to a bank. When you put your money with an exchange, these exchanges do something else with it versus what's the stock exchange. They're not doing something else with the stock. So they're kind of acting as exchanges and banks. And the regulators, what is their role there to ensure that they have the kind of reserves that are necessary if you're going to be engaging in that kind of business?
For sure. And, if you look back at certain tweets that SBF made in the past, claiming that their customer funds weren't being invested in anything, now we know that's completely false, right? And when you look through these long user agreements, there might be a clause in these user agreements that allow these exchanges to actually, loan out their clients' funds, in which the banks do all the time, right? You make deposits into the banks, and they're essentially loaning them on the back end. The difference is you have a lot more protections at the bank. So when we talk about what protections there are for some of these centralized exchange clients, there aren't as many. And so from a regulatory standpoint, when you look at Canada, I think Canada's done a great job of making sure that we have approved custodians and protecting, the users that are using these exchanges. We also need something called proof of reserves, in my opinion. If an exchange is allowed to take custody of a client's assets, there has to be some sort of regulatory line that makes them report proof of reserves. Then we know that they're not insolvent.
Michael, you and I have talked in the past about bringing institutional investors and appetite to this space. You have some of the most sophisticated investors in this country, as well as around the world, who now have egg on their face because they were investors in FTX. Think about the pension funds in Canada, major players around the world. What's going to bring them back? I mean, did this kind of shoot the industry in the foot a little bit? Because even if prices rally from here, you've kind of really fundamentally lost the faith of institutions.
To a certain degree, I completely agree with you, Amber. Like every market, it has its pros and its cons, its ups and its downs. And, when we look at the last global financial crisis, we notice very similar patterns to what's happening here over the last few months. This is actually very bad for institutional investors. And it shows institutional investors that this industry is not ready for showtime, right? How does a pension fund even process a sale to someone who actively, participated in possibly, the downfall of a token? Yeah. Or how do we go through M&A in 24 hours in one of the largest M&A deals that can possibly come to mind over the last few years? It's impossible. And, anybody that looks at the space knew that when Finance made that deal or made that offer, that most likely wouldn't go through because it was just too big and the timing was just too small for that to happen.